This is my first report as Assistant DS to Carl and part of the new district leadership team. And the first slide shows the areas of responsibility I have within the district leadership. So alongside general business, I focus on smaller churches and churches without pastors. This year, visiting Gillingham, Grimsby and Ilkeston in particular. When it comes to policies, I have to say that I am really a sounding board for Sophie, who does most of the work when it comes to writing. I will then pick up policies with churches once they are released. The next two slides relate to my involvement at the Ladies' Weekend in January. Shelley was our speaker and spoke on our identity in Christ. One of the activities was a craft session where people were invited to create small cards, and not so small ones, around that topic. I brought the cards home and promised them I would bring the final artwork to District Assembly. So here they are. We outgrew Swanwick last year, with rooms being taken in a Travelodge and an Airbnb. So next year we have a new venue for our new Create to Create weekend. I hope you've seen the adverts and I hope you ladies sign up. I thought next I would bring a story of what a small but growing church can achieve. Grimsby doesn't have a pastor, but two retired pastors, Andrew McRae and Robert Barker, both attend there, and they have seen growth through investment in their building and in the community. The first slide shows their community hall before renovations, and then we see a picture of the hall afterwards. It is amazing how refreshment of the environment and atmosphere in which we meet brings spiritual refreshment with it. Alongside youth and family work in the community hall, they have also had an amazing success story with the Breakfast Club, which you'll see in the next slide. Grimsby have started a breakfast club for vulnerable people in the community, homeless and people in need. And now, well, when I say now, clearly not Corona now, but normally now, they see 40 to 60 people attend every week. The council even donated those new sofas. The next slide mentions the two other churches I have connected with this year, and they too are reaching into the community in different ways. Gillingham with Dennis runs a winter night shelter and weekly drop-in for vulnerable people in the community and received funding for shower facilities. And even after lockdown provided meals for people before social distancing made it impossible in their context. Their work was earlier recognised in high places when Dennis received a visit from the Archbishop of Canterbury. Helen is a missioner in Ilkeston, a layperson who has dedicated her time to lead the church while without a pastor, and has another success story in a small church, which is the toddler group with over 200 on the books. It is so successful, it has to be run on a first come, first served basis to give everyone a fair chance. Helen and the church are doing what they can to try and draw the families closer to the church centre. Lockdown has provided opportunities for Helen to make digital contact and include Christian content over Easter. I should also mention Taunton as a good news story. I have been involved there for 2 years and had to become a trustee when numbers dropped too low. But I can announce that I am removed from the role of trustee because they have had a baptism, had new members, and now have a functioning board. Naomi is now a volunteer bivocational pastor because resources are still small. But every shoot of growth is a victory for the kingdom. Please pray for the small, sometimes struggling churches around our district. Sustainability as a step to being able to thrive as a focus of the district is particularly important to the smaller church. We all have to be creative and innovative in the ways we invest our time, money, and effort to find ways to reach the people around where we are planted. I have been ever amazed at how hard our churches, especially churches without great physical resources, are working to make a difference one person at a time. But making ministry sustainable over time is a continual challenge. My last slide shows the current Thetford sanctuary. There it is, more like a TV studio. Yet God in his wisdom has given many of us amazing opportunities to reach people we never thought we could, and in ways I never thought possible. And to be truthful, would be impossible without people like Paul, as far as I'm concerned, in Thetford. My prayer is that all churches will find spirit-led, creative ways to make connections, not only during lockdown, but well into the future, whatever our future new normal might look like. I'd just like to end by thanking Carl for all the hard work he has put in under very difficult circumstances and over a very challenging year. The district ministry team has been a pleasure to work with, and it is so fulfilling to see good news stories emerge one by one. May there be many more to come. Respectfully submitted, Tracey Day.